Hello everyone, you're welcome to the Wise Builders. My name is Dolly Agoradeni. If you're returning, thank you for tuning to the channel, and if you're new, you're welcome. Today I'm doing a topic titled Overseas Marriages Are Defiled. Overseas marriages are defiled. Marriages overseas, especially when conducted before a man or a woman travels abroad, are usually defiled. 90 out of 100 marriages that are conducted before the couple separates to go after better pasture, better career, better ways of living. It's good to travel, but most of these marriages, when conducted before they travel, are defiled. And I've seen a lot of people that entered into such marriages and then the marriages are defiled. Some couple at the end of the day do not confess to their husband. Some are caught in the act and then the marriage breaks up. That is why there's a lot of adultery when people travel overseas. So I'm saying to you, man or woman, it is good at some point in life where you want to decide to travel to better your life, better your career, better the lives of your children. But don't go without your spouse. I'm saying this categorically. There's a lot of temptation when people travels abroad. The Bible makes it very clear in Hebrews 13:4. It says, marriage is honorable in all, when the bed is undefiled. How would you, a man that has been married and experienced this passion with your wife for 5 years, 4 years, 2 years, 10 years? Some men, on a daily basis, they have sex with their wives. Such a man, don't deceive yourself. No matter how godly such a man is, it's only few of them that are able to stand the test of time. That's why I'm saying marriages, 90% of marriages that travel abroad are defiled. If a woman, there are a lot of women that are caught here, shameless, that they're sleeping with other men. They left their spouses back home, but you can't blame them sometimes. When somebody is here with 2 or 3 or 4 children, and the man is back in Nigeria or South Africa or Ghana or anywhere you are, and you've left the man back home, and most women are here, they're vulnerable. To take care of the children, it's difficult for them. The only thing exposed to them, 1, they need to sort out their papers. 2, they have to make livelihood. They have to fend for these children. Then these vulnerable women, they fall to the hand of men that takes or uses the opportunity to get in, and then they start having sex with them. Same thing goes for the men. You're a woman, you have left. I say to woman, don't leave your husband to travel. What happens abroad? He may not come back home to start telling you what happened. There's a lot of temptation. This is a man that's been married and sleeps with you, or a woman that's been married and sleeps with you. You've been used to each other for the past few years. Suddenly you leave this man or this woman to go and start looking for work. Yeah, but this marriage has become defiled, and the Bible is very, very so much against it. Your marriage is honorable where your bed is not defiled. How do you defile your bed? When you bring in strangers. Some people say, oh, I'm doing it because of papers. Then they don't care. Even men of God, I see it happen. People are desperate because of it. I know some people sort out themselves and they pay and they do some other things. That is not for this show. But what I'm saying particularly are those that still say I love you. Some men and women, you're listening to me out there, your man is sleeping with another woman. Your woman is sleeping with another woman. They tell you I love you over the phone. So there was one I even had lately, that the man brought his own wife from Africa to live with him on a visiting visa, and he had another. What arrangements can you make with a man? That's cheapness. You're being cheap. If you're married and your spouse is sleeping with another woman, and to your understanding, you are selling your birthright. That is selling your birthright. That's the same thing Esau did. You cannot sell your birthright. Your birthright is you're married. You're married. And you are entering some kind of arrangement because of papers, because of money. The man is saying to you, don't worry. The woman is saying to you, this particular story I had, The man brought his own wife and introduced, and they were living in the same house. That's cheapness. In the night, because of papers, because of money. And in the night, the woman, the new wife and the husband will go to bed. This madam that holds the husband will be sleeping in the strange room as a visitor. So when the woman has gone to work, then they'll start doing their acts. Eventually she got pregnant. It's a very dirty case. Several cases abound like that. So I'm talking to you. It's nice, but weigh your options. This is the wise builders. It's about you building your house on a rock. Weigh your options. Because yes, the man might do it and it might be chop and clean your mouth. They call it chop, clean mouth. Or the woman might do it. Some women do it today. And they clean their mouth and they say nothing has happened. No? But some have, eventually got pregnant or got married to such person under pressure. Because what else you want them to do? So I think the foundation, going back to the wise builders, we need to go back to the foundation and measure it. Is it worth it after all? Look at it. Why do you want this paper? To better the life of your children, to better the life of your wife. Then you're bringing curses into the home. You're putting an opening in the marriage. The door, there's a crack in your marriage. There's a crack in the wall. Generational curses start coming in. Then the children are struggling. You are struggling. The marriage is struggling. Just because you wanted to make the life better for them. So it's all about balancing your options. You want to make life better for your wife. You want to make life better for your children. Think very, very well. I say to people, maybe when your marriage is over 20, 30 years, 15 years, it's through the test of time, you know yourselves very, very well. You know your husband, you know your wife. If your man is such one that sleeps with you every night before he goes abroad, know that within a week when he gets there or 2 weeks, he will find it difficult. All the Delilahs are there that they will flaunt themselves at him. And he will go for it because they will throw money, they will throw pounds, they will throw dollars, they will throw yen before him, before her, and then what happens? Then we defile the bed. At the end of the day, when issues start happening in future, we will not be blaming. God has nothing to do with it. All we need to do, like I'm pleading with us, the wise builder, if your wife or your husband wants to travel, please, both of you make an arrangement. Do your visas together. Make applications together. If it doesn't happen, there was a time that my husband got some fanciful job in Dubai and he wanted to go. And I said to him clearly, God bless you, let us manage whatever we have. I cannot release you to go anywhere. Yes, some people said I'm roots. Yeah, be a root. You have to be a root. It's your life. You are a crown unto the man. So don't mess up your home. Don't use anything. Whatever there is that you have, if you are eating a dry morsel and both of you are happy, it's better than you allowing him to go or allowing her to go. Some men will stay at home and say, you go and they said with children abroad, you go. Then things become difficult. The man is stuck back home, the woman is stuck back here, and you are blaming her that she's committed adultery. What else do you want her to do? Do you want her to kill herself? You thrown her to the lions den. Same thing, women, don't throw your men to the lions den. Work things out together. Get yourselves together. Do your application. Sometimes you may make arrangement and leave the children with your parents. Even that has some implications. But you can make arrangement. But what I'm trying to say is, every marriages that comes abroad and leave their woman, they don't tell you the truth. They've defiled themselves. And the Bible is against it. It says your marriage is no longer honorable. No matter what you get, if you go and bring 10-bedroom house out, it's no longer honorable because you've defiled your bed. And when people defile your bed, you think it's just adultery. Adultery has implication on children. You have to pray so much. You have to remove generational curses. You have to do a lot of deliverances. You have to do a lot of things because the Bible is very clear that when the foundation is destroyed, what can the righteous do? You are a pastor, you are a deacon, you are a deaconess, you are a pastoress, you are wherever, you are a minister. Please, I see it happen. It happens here. I hear it a lot of times. By the nature of my work, people come to me and they are stuck and they want to sort out their lawyer, they want to sort out their papers. And when sometimes the things they tell me, but professionally, I can't do anything. Some that I know that are very close, are Christian, or I know their roots, I try to speak to them that what you're doing is danger zone. You're danger zone. You're not thinking of the future. You're just thinking of what you can eat now. So I plead with you, this is the wise builders. Yeah, peradventure, you are there already. Start restituting. Some men abroad now, they are eating it every day. They don't care. Their conscience have been seared. They are married they have a marriage back home, you know, and they are not divorced or anything. They are here now, they are into another relationship. It is complete adultery. It is adultery, no matter what name you want to call it. Some women too, they've left their husband. It happens. One woman was telling me about another friend of hers that both of them were together, and this woman, before she knew, she just followed this man. What can she do? When I looked at the whole thing, some are, you know, it's a very difficult situation. I'm not judging anyone here. I don't have the right to judge anyone. I can just plead for us to look at the implications of these things that we're doing. That's why I titled it, Marriages Abroad Overseas, they are defiled. You cannot raise up your hand and say, I was with... Some are stuck. When you travel, you are abroad 5 years, 7 years without your spouse. You cannot raise up your hand that you do not cheat. You cannot. Most of you cheat. You do on the G. Some are even good, they just do on the G. Some even throw caution to the woman, because this woman, which woman wants them to use her as hot potato? Nobody. Nobody wants any man to use them as hot potato. So I'm talking to you out of the experience I had, because I fell victim to such thing. Because eventually, things were not properly severed. And once a man is here, the pressure is different. And the man will do before he realizes, oh, I'm a man of God. Every one of us, if we're not careful, you know, that's why the Bible says, you that you're standing, take heed where you stop. For some people might say, oh, he's not a man of God, he's not a woman of God. Why must it? If you fall in that situation, you will know that you may not be able to stand. That is why the Bible says, flee from all appearance of sin. You know yourself. You know you are such one that in a day, uncle, auntie, you have to enjoy madam, you have to enjoy uncle. Because of that, you know yourself. Your husband knows you. If I were you, don't release your wife to go abroad. If I were you, don't release your husband to go abroad. Both of you agree together, go together for the sake of these children, for the sake of generations to come. So I plead with you, this is Wise Builders. Let us build wisely. If you find yourself abroad and you're in this kind of relationship, please stop it now. This is adultery, and it's going to affect the lives of generation. The Lord will bless you. The Lord will keep your home. So abroad marriages, please, unado, well done. God will bless you. All you pastor, sister, brother, it happens so much in the church. I see it. I see it everywhere in the community. Sometimes it is not their fault. People have judged them so much. I'm not judging anybody here, because sometimes it is not their fault. It's just a situation, a circumstance that people find themselves. When you get abroad, you know it's not easy at all. When you get abroad, you don't have papers. You have to struggle for your papers. I was not born abroad. I had to work hard. You know, that's going to come on another day. Before I regularize my passports, you have to do things. If you're not born abroad, you have to do things. So don't fake yourself that there's going to be manna somewhere. You know, people they have to do some marriages or do some things before. Some will pay for it. Some, when they don't have money, especially those that you don't even have anything back home, you just take visa, 6-month visa, and you find yourself abroad. How are you going to make ends meet without falling into the hand of somebody that you start doing something that is dodgy? So God will have mercy upon us, but let us remember this younger generation that are coming. Let us build well. The hand of the Lord will be upon us. God will sustain our marriages. So if you have found yourself in a broad relationship, God will help you. Like I always say, there's no time you cannot stop. And that's the essence of this, to plead to our conscience, to plead to our mind, that let us not continue in sin, because we cannot continue in sin and say grace shall abound. The Bible says, God forbid. We have done things that is wrong. You have done this that is not right. Please stop it, and the Lord will help you. This is the Wise Builders. Until I see you next time, please like this video, share it. If I share it to your page and you don't like it, please block me. I share it to people that I feel they are my friends. So if you find it offensive at any time, do not hesitate to block me. The Lord will have mercy upon you. God bless you. Share my video, like it, and please subscribe. Until the next time I see you, keep building and be a wise builder. God bless you. Bye-bye.